Hi, this is my lecture about the reading of Rick Lopez, which I found really interesting. And well, I'm sorry, but I wanted to read as I made a script of what I uh, learned and read about this lecture. It basically talks about the tension of the construction of Mexican identity and the role model that some agents wanted to implement, as there were ideas of this hybridization with European tradition, and but there was also this aspect of the Sovietic cultural politics, no, about the national identity and what was wanted to be stimulated from Mexican government and intellectuals, as we actually talk in this class. And this produces attention about what is a Mexican, what is a Mexicanism, and what is the utopia that's gonna install as a rhetoric and as a discourse for the next generation of the social class, all social classes and political classes that can make a cohesion between all the Mexican society as we know it. And well, I like a lot this reading because I was not really familiar with the relevance of Dr. Atl as an intellectual that wanted to think the reivindication of the oppressed aspects of the Mexican life during the Porfiriato. And the lecturer mentioned that there was a problem with Dr. Atl as he perceived the the Mexican craft, no, but this Mexican craft is a epistemological condition of the European thinking about the not art, not the not European art production. So well, that was a problem of Dr. Atl and so many others intellectual politicians and artists of the time. And well, there's a value to promote the popular arts, that's definitely. But I think that to talk about popular art is also to talk about new categories in this same epistemological sense that can respond against the conventions of the European institutions that produce that notions of what is or what is not the art. And in the same way, what is the logic behind the craft concept? Because we know that there are colonial and political insight in this concept about craft, no? And well, there's a contradiction with the indigenous concern that intellectuals and government really spent a lot of time, infrastructure and funds to think about it, but there was never really an intention to hear the voices from actual Indians. Only the artists and intellectuals were institutional legitimized to think about it. And I think this really resonates nowadays as the globalization increases and the exotization and merchandising of the Mexicanes is being a lot more stimulated as a tourist product, making somehow representations like this movie of Coco. I'm sorry if you like Coco. Don't. I haven't watched it because political. I'm all against that kind of production. And well, this is a movie that makes a simplification of the traditions and people of this country, like a lot of cultural production of mostly United States, no? And I think that it's valuable that there are some intellectual spheres and artistic distribution and exhibition that are taking more efforts and responsibility to make more equality and accessibility, to have more indigenous perspectives from actual indigenous of the historic and actual limitations of what is Mexicanes and how they have been related and how they've been affected by this term in a lot of ways as political, social, cultural, a lot. And well, that's what I think about it.